Every 28 hours, a black person is killed by a policeman, security officer, or vigilante. In response to this systemic violence, black millennials are leading the charge to end police brutality and seek racial justice. Who exactly are the millennials? According to the New York Times, there is no official age range for millennials, but the generation generally is defined as being born between the early 1980s and early 2000s. We are the children of the baby boomers and Gen Xers. Often we are described as narcissistic, lazy, and indecisive. Think Lena Dunham and crew from Girls. But as the title of this article suggests, not all millennials are white and privileged. In reality, our generation is the largest, most diverse, and most educated to ever exist. We are also struggling, largely due to limited economic opportunity and other persisting inequality. Fortunately, some of us are working actively to change the status quo. The murder of Michael Brown by former police officer Darren Wilson and the events following sparked something. For 130-plus days, people in Ferguson and beyond, New York, Oakland, Berkeley, Cleveland, Ann Arbor, etc., are disrupting the status quo, bringing awareness to the fear and lack of safety that black people experience every day just for existing. Black millennials are leading what is becoming an intergenerational, and international movement. So what does this resistance look like? Direct action, which is defined as the use of strikes, demonstrations, or other public forms of protest, rather than negotiation to achieve one's demands. Over the past few months, there have been marches, walkouts, die-ins, and shutdowns throughout the country. It is important to note that black women are at the center of these movements but are often erased. From peaceful protests to the Black Panther Party, black men became the face of the civil rights movement. The LGBTQ movement centers white, wealthy, middle-class, and cisgender men. Currently, when we look at police brutality and other violence directed at black people, we often focus on black, cis-hetero men, when in reality, black people of all genders and sexualities are violated. Largely, digital spaces, particularly Twitter, Instagram, and Vine, have served as tools to engage, activate, organize, and archive. This information is available much more quickly and surprisingly is much more reliable than what is offered by the 24-hour news cycle. Without these social media platforms, we would not be privy to the same type of information about these murders, or may not even be alerted to the fact that they were happening in the first place. Though most of this activism is happening out in the real world, students on college campuses have become involved as well. Being Black at University of Michigan and Being Black at Georgetown University are Twitter hashtag campaigns in which Black students from University of Michigan and Georgetown University detailed their racialized experiences on their respective college campuses, including microaggressions, overt racism, and systemic issues. The goal was to establish that Black students at these universities have unique experiences that need to be addressed. I Too Am Harvard is a photo project and play that focused on the racialized experiences of Black students at Harvard University. Here, the goal was to establish that they too belonged at Harvard, just as any other student does. Black at Emory University, or BEU, existed initially as a hashtag and marker for discussions among Black students heavily involved in the Black communities on campus. In spring 2014, Cassidy Campbell, Giovanna Jones, Candace Presley, and myself began to organize around the phrase. Utilizing hashtag BEU, we developed a photo campaign with a Twitter component where we asked Black students to detail their racialized experiences at Emory. The following statement, released along with the photos, makes clear the goal and mission of BEU. Quote, Black students at various universities have been using social media as a medium to reflect on their racialized experiences. We here at Emory have our own frustrations that are often expressed privately among friends, but we would like to create a space in which to share with the world who we are and where we stand. We hope to come together as a community to unite and affirm ourselves through these collective experiences. We are Black Emory. In this past semester, BEU has become an umbrella for Black activism on this campus. Led by Cassidy and several other undergraduate Black women, Black at Emory University has used the Black Lives Matter movement as a platform to organize protests and other direct action related to the non-indictment of Michael Brown and Eric Garner. So what is the goal of these Black millennial resistance movements? Simply to live. And the way that Black lives are treated in this country and in this world right now is unlivable.